Today we are sponsoring a first dive intro to scuba clinic along with a first paddle adaptive kayaking clinic here at Eastern Michigan University. Our local sponsors here are Becker Orthopedic, Advanced Orthopedic Laboratories, and Ropp Orthopedic Clinics. All are coming together to offer adaptive scuba and adaptive kayaking to anyone with a physical challenge. Amputees, spinal cord injury, patients with MS, children with CP, anybody who wants to give water as the great equalizer a chance to bring them back to an active level. OPAF stands for the Orthotic and Prosthetic Assistance Fund. We serve as the official philanthropy of the U.S. orthotic and prosthetic community based off of the 1995 Paralympic Games when they were held in Atlanta. What we have done since then is gone forward to develop, implement, partner, and host adaptive recreational sports programs and clinics for those served by the OMP population. First Dive and First Paddle are just 2 of 6 first clinics that we host nationally. We also do a tennis clinic called First Volley. We do a First Swim clinic. We do a McKeever's First Ride, which is therapeutic horsemanship. And in conjunction with the National Amputee Golf Association, we do First Swing Learn to Golf clinics.
I met Robin Burton of OPAF about 2 years ago through a mutual friend, and then we kind of bounced the idea off the kayaking, and she kind of like, oh, well, if you put it together, we'll see where it goes. And just like all other events, any type of first event, it's going to have to be the love of whoever's starting it. If you're excited about it and you're willing to put the time into it, you can make it happen. And so in May, we came up with the first one. We had probably 3 times as many volunteers as we did students, but it worked out well. And the second time here, we've got a much larger population, and we've combined it with a first dive, and so students could go back and forth. And it seems to work out quite well. Just like any other thing, with limb loss, you need to go out there and get that exercise. Use those limbs. What you got left, use it or lose it type deal.
I own my own prosthetic facility called Ropp Orthopedic Clinic, and I'm here helping First Dive and First Paddle to just get people in the water, get them used to swimming and diving and the kayaking and getting wet, and seeing that there are other things that they can do and have fun with and get used to other activities versus just sitting in a chair and going, well, I can't do anything. Scuba diving is really nice because when a patient gets into the water, they don't have the ground weight anymore. They're free of all the weights, and so they're floating, and all they have to do is propel themselves through the water. So whether their arms or their leg or whatever they can paddle through, the weightless environment is really a gentle, very comforting feeling for them. So they really like that. I think that what's important for people that are an amputee or that know amputees is that life does not stop with the amputation. It continues on. You need to get out and you need to be able to do other things, because your life shouldn't revolve right around the amputation or the prosthesis. It should revolve around your life. It should revolve around you. It should be, who you are and what you want to become, because everybody has got goals. Well, and if your goals are just to get up and walk again, that can be an extremely important one. But sometimes you want to go beyond that. You want to be able to push yourself. And depending on the reason that you have the amputation, depending on your body strength and everything, you can always get stronger.
I'm having the time of my life. I participated in the scuba diving event, and it was terrific. I had a lot of fun doing it. Never done anything like it before, so it's new to me. We want amputees to understand that there's life after their injury and to open up a world to them that maybe they don't know exists. So I think it's important because the camaraderie and the events like this is phenomenal, and it brings a peace of mind to you to know that there are other people out there like you that have gone through similar experiences and pain, and it builds a lot of lasting friendships. The event itself is actually probably the most fun because getting in the water, for an amputee such as myself, I don't have any barriers. So I have no physical limitations in the water, and it's terrific. I absolutely enjoy it.
Well, today we've got a great group of people here who have a variety of disabilities, and we're introducing them to kayaking. And what we're doing is we orient them to the equipment and give them some basic paddling strokes and getting them in the boat. And then where necessary, the instructors will work with a team of individuals and will modify the boat as necessary, or the paddle, so that they can get in the boat and paddle around a little bit and try the sport of kayaking. I'm an American Canoe Association coastal kayak instructor trainer, which means I can certify new instructors in paddling. But also I have an endorsement by the American Canoe Association called Adaptive Paddling. And that's a result of some additional schooling that I've done and examinations. And what we've done is we learn about the challenges that individuals have that have disabilities of a variety of sorts. It could be amputations, it could be psychomotor, it could be neuromotor, it could be anything that gives an individual a challenge. And then through understanding of what that individual is faced with, we then look at how we need to adapt the boat or the paddling or any other equipment we have to, so they can have a safe, enjoyable time in the boat, just like a paddler without any kind of disabilities.
I have a kayak instruction company called Expanding Horizons Kayaking, kind of the idea that by getting into kayaking, you're expanding your horizons. And I started it about 4 years ago when I retired from corporate life, and it's kind of my second career, so to speak. And we provide instruction for beginning kayakers, able and disabled, or people with and without disabilities, and that instruction starts from the basics of the basic strokes, basic rescues, and the basic safety considerations. It goes right through learning how to roll the kayak, if you turn it upside down and do what some people refer to as the Eskimo roll. And we teach with both in whitewater kayaks and sea kayaks. In the winter we teach in a swimming pool, in the Brighton High School swimming pool through Brighton Community Education. So somebody's interested, they can go to the Brighton Community Education website, just Google that, and they'll see what's scheduled in the way of classes through the winter. Or they can go to my website at expandinghorizonskayaking.com and see the schedule as soon as I update it for the winter. Well, my experience has been, when you look at people on the water, you can't tell whether they're an amputee or a non-amputee. They're out there paddling, and you can take all sorts of disabilities, from amputees to paraplegic, even quadriplegic. When I took the training for adaptive paddling, we actually got to work with people with disabilities, and the person I was assigned to was practically a quadriplegic, and we were able to put him in a kayak.
Today, our dive store happens to be a chapter of Dive Pirates, okay? And Dive Pirates has kind of gone together with OPAF to put on these First to Dive clinics, okay? And today they did First to Dive and First to Kayak together, so it was kind of a unique thing. It was the first time that we've done that. We've certified a few divers in it, and I mean, they just love it. They have a great time. Everybody today that did the program had a great time. You couldn't hardly get them out of the water. The feeling of weightlessness, and just being neutrally buoyant in the water, it takes away. Water's the equalizer. everybody's the same. I actually got involved with scuba diving. My daughter kind of roped me into it, said, all right, I talked about it my whole life, and she said, all right, Dad, come on, let's go do it. We can get certified together. And so I got certified with my daughter, and we dove together. And then I did some additional training for to actually lead groups and things, and never thought that I wanted to be an instructor at all. It was like really pretty much the last thing from my mind. It actually instructed people. So I went to Our World Underwater, and there was a booth set up there, and they were talking about working with wounded veterans and people with disabilities as far as doing adaptive scuba. And I had a friend that was paralyzed right after we got out of high school in an automobile accident, and they took him to Colorado and they taught him how to downhill ski, and it was a huge part of his rehabilitation. And I thought, if I could do that for one person in my life, you know, make that much difference in their life, it would be just cool to do that.